I am predicting as a sure thing 6 inches of rain as soon as this ceremony is over. You know, it said that the true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. And I think that this is one of many fitting thoughts for today as we celebrate this huge project that was first envisioned over 2 decades ago, but it's a project that will serve many, many generations far into the future. Like many great efforts, the Antelope Valley Project began with a problem, actually a set of problems. The threat of devastating and costly floods, the barriers that the flood threat created for development, for city development, and for the development of the University of Nebraska, traffic congestion, the lack of a passage to the northeast, and the dangerous mix of vehicles and pedestrians on the university campus. Huge time delays due to a number of railroad crossings. And then significant signs of decline in some of the older neighborhoods, some of the older local neighborhoods, including a lack of investment in the older housing stock, and a lack of services generally for those in the local neighborhoods. And finally, businesses leaving the core of the city for newer areas. A previous attempt to alleviate the traffic congestion with the Northeast Radio Project, many of you will remember, was stopped by voters. It left visible signs in this historic area and created mistrust and frustration in the community. Finding a holistic solution to the situation required a very broad and a very bold vision. And this community was up to the challenge. The Antelope Valley Major Investment Study outlined the biggest, most ambitious public works and development project in the history of the city. In 1999, the Journal Star published a special publication on Antelope Valley detailing the planning and engineering work that took over a decade. A front-page letter to readers said, "If the ideas become reality, the downtown landscape will be changed dramatically by new streets, bridges, and an open waterway in a park-like setting." Today, we see that vision fulfilled. About 1,000 structures have been removed from floodplain status, and a beautiful new open waterway created. 6.2 miles of critical new highway, 12 aesthetically pleasing new or replacement bridges, several dangerous railroad crossings, totally eliminated. Millions in investment, including the new Assurity headquarters, Turbine Flats, several new housing development, and this new beautiful Jane Snyder Trail Center. And larger than that, creating this huge, beautiful new park, Union Plaza, thanks in part to the sponsorship of Union Bank and many, many other donors. New trails to further enhance our national reputation in that area and to further connect the entire city by trail. And finally, and maybe most importantly, a new sense of can-do excitement in the entire community. This historic transformation that we have witnessed would not have been possible without a fundamental new kind of historic partnership. The city, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and the Lower Platte NRD came together as the Joint Antelope Valley Authority, known to most of you as JAVA. I believe future city leaders will look back, I certainly look back at the creation of JAVA as a real turning point in our city's processes of development. This project spanned many mayoral administrations. Mayor Sang was there at the creation. Mayor Sang, congratulations. present at the creation. She was one of the creators. Mayor Wesley, Mayor Young, Mayor Johans all provided leadership to move Antelope Valley forward. I'm pleased that current and past city council members have been able to join us today as well. Many current and past city directors and staff members played very instrumental parts in doing the daily work of keeping Antelope Valley on track over a period of many years. We thank them all. The state of Nebraska was also very involved in this project. The Department of Roads, the Department of Natural Resources, and other agencies were very helpful. Our Lincoln delegation in the unicameral provided crucial financial support. We thank all of them. Our congressional delegation in Washington provided us with crucial federal resources that we needed to make Antelope Valley a reality. I'm pleased that representatives are here from the offices of Senator Nelson, and Senator Johans, and Senator Fortenberry. Former Congressman Doug Beereiter was a dedicated supporter of this city on this project, and we thank all of you. Also on the federal level, we want to recognize the great work of the Corps of Engineers and the help of the Federal Highway Administration and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. We thank them all. To list all the private companies who worked on the Antelope Valley project would take most of the morning. We were very fortunate to work with a whole number of outstanding engineering, design, and construction firms, many local, but also regional and national firms as well, and we thank them all. And to all the many individuals who labored and laid their hands on this project, each with their own skills and their own determination, you blessed us, and we thank you. From the beginning, the Antelope Valley project, from the beginning of the Antelope Valley project, the very wise decision was made that citizen input was essential and that the development of the project would be a very open and public process. We hope all those who served on the Java Citizens Committee and the other advisory groups know how much their ideas and their time are appreciated. We would not be having this celebration today without their contributions and without their belief in the project. We especially note the guidance of Kent Seacrest, one of the city's very finest citizens, throughout the process. He saw the vision, I think, more clearly than anyone else. We thank all of these. 2 decades ago, this community came together to make a decision. We could stand still, we could do nothing, and let the historic core of the city deteriorate. Or we could move forward by adopting a can-do attitude, looking at what our city could be, and doing the hard work to reach the goals. By choosing action, we set Lincoln on a positive course for the future. That choice changed our city and set the stage for the accelerated process that we're seeing now. As we mark the completion of this enormous project, the transformation of the downtown continues. Looking west, we see the construction cranes that bringing to life the new West Haymarket. The title of the largest development project in city history has now, quite soon, been passed on to the West Haymarket project. There is no doubt but that we're a city on the move, and the best is yet to come. Here today to speak on behalf of the city's Antelope Valley